Welcome to Sure English live lectures. Today's topic is multiple choice, multiple answers from the PTE reading section. In this video, you will find detailed explanations of each and every step, proven methods that are known to work, and you will get some very solid practice. So make sure that you watch this video till the very end. And if you have not already done so, don't forget to create your free account on sureenglish.com and sign up for the free PTE course and many other resources. Let's go to question number 1. Alright, that's 90 seconds. Please note that 90 seconds is a time that we have just taken here for our practice, but you're free to take more time than that if needed. Okay, it might even be or alright if you take, let's say, 2.5 minutes. Yes, what's important is that you keep a track of how much time you're spending. Alright, so if you need more time, just pause this video and then come back and play it again once you have completed. Okay, let's look at the question. So the question was, what are some of the things that you can expect from McDonald's in different parts of the world? So what does that mean? Is that what are the different things that you can find at McDonald's in different parts of the world? Or what are some of the things about McDonald's that you can expect to see in different parts of the world? So that's the information that you have to look for. And once you quickly skim the passage, you know that in the first paragraph they're talking about some locations near highways, downtown districts. Then the second paragraph they're talking about McCafe, mainly in Australia. And the third location they're talking about Mac Express, that is locations in gas stations, convenience stores, shopping malls, etc. So now, based upon that, which of the following are correct, or which of the following can you expect to find in McDonald's, or which you can expect from McDonald's in different parts of the world? So the first one, drive-through service. That's correct. That's there in the very first paragraph. Second one, multi-cuisine meal served throughout the day. Now, it nowhere says that the meals are multi-cuisine, right? It does say that McCafe um, is a cafe-style accompaniment to McDonald's restaurants. So it talks about restaurants. It talks about a different variant of that, a McCafe, but it doesn't say anywhere that the cuisines are multi-cuisine, so that's wrong. Coffee in a cafe-like setup. So that's paragraph number 2, which introduces McCafe and says McDonald's introduced McCafe, a cafe-style accompaniment. So that means a cafe-style like setup, coffee in a cafe-style like setup you can have at McDonald's. So third is correct. Fourth, location in places such as shopping malls and gas stations. That's there in the third paragraph, first line. So that's correct. Delivery service for convenience stores. It again doesn't say that it would deliver anything for convenience stores, so that's wrong as well. So the correct options are 1, 3, and 4. Please make sure you spend some time understanding the passage and why the different options are correct and comparing it to the options that you picked. If there are any wrong uh, choices in the ones that you have picked up, then make sure that you spend some time understanding what was the mistake that you made. Just a minute before we go on to the next slide. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Do it now. It takes only a second and you will never miss a lecture. And please also remember to like the video and leave a comment. We love hearing from you. Let's go to question number 2. Alright, that's 90 seconds. Pause if you need more time. The question was, according to the text, which of the following is true about a tax haven? Now, which of the following is true about a tax haven? So that means you have to go through the paragraph looking for information related to tax haven. So, yep, and once you skim through the paragraph, you know that in the first paragraph they tell you about the different things, different features of a tax haven, and the second one, some of the criticism related to it. Now, the correct options are 3 and 5. The first option, tax haven is often a state or territory within a country. Yeah. So it doesn't say that it's a state or territory within a country. It says that in the very beginning, it says is a state, country, or territory. So it can even be a country in itself. So it's not necessarily a state or territory within a country. So the first is not true. Second, tax havens have a high rate of taxes. But the first paragraph and the first line says that a tax haven is a state, country, or territory where certain taxes are levied at a low rate or not at all. So that means, and that's opposite to what's there in the option. So the second option is also not true. Third, a tax haven does not necessarily apply to all types of taxes. Now that's correct because it says different jurisdictions tend to be havens for different types of taxes. So that means one tax haven or a tax haven does not necessarily apply to all types of taxes, will not be a haven for all types of taxes. So third is correct. Fourth, tax havens are praised for accumulation of cash. Um, they are actually criticized, right? So that's the first sentence of the second paragraph. The tax havens have been criticized because they often result in the accumulation of idle cash. So fourth is wrong. Five, some tax havens have nil taxation. That's correct. That's the first line of the first paragraph, where certain taxes are levied at a low rate or not at all. So not at all means nil taxation. So the fifth sentence is therefore correct. Okay, now spend some time understanding the reasoning for these correct options. and compare it to your response. Before we go on to the next slide, remember you can get the best PTE prep, mock tests, skill builders, super methods, tips, tricks, templates, a huge question bank, and guidance from expert teachers on surewayenglish.com. Don't forget to create your free account and sign up for the free course on surewayenglish.com. Question number 3. Alright, that's 90 seconds. So the question is, which of the following are described in the passage? Okay, so that means it's sort of uh, a question, where you have to pretty much um, go through all parts of the passage. So first, quickly skim it, and you'll know that um, it's a passage on Shanghai and different things that happened in Shanghai, in different time periods, and also about how Shanghai developed um, as a port, uh, the port of Shanghai, how it developed, and what are the different things that happened around that. So the correct options are first and three. The first option, factors leading to the development of the port of Shanghai. So now, yep, in different paragraphs, for example, in the second it says its location at the mouth of Yangtze led to its development as coastal trade developed during the reign of the Xianlong Emperor in the Qing dynasty. So that's one factor. Now, the the third paragraph, that Shanghai became a treaty port, that also helped, right? And then in 1991, it says that the government of Shanghai initiated economic reform, and since then the port developed. So those are all the factors that led to the development of the port of Shanghai. So that's described in the passage, and therefore the first option is correct. Second, a chronological history of China. Chronological means uh, in the order of in the order that it happened by time. So it does say describe different things that happened in different time periods. So starting from 1842, 1949, 1991, etc. But it's not a history of China. It's more specifically of things that happened in Shanghai and more related to the port of Shanghai. So it's not the chronological history of entire China. So that's why the second option is not correct. Third, historical events in Shanghai. Yes, that's correct. It describes different events that happened in Shanghai. For example, the communist takeover in Shanghai. Okay, the Yangshan um, deep water port was built. Uh, the economic reforms were initiated in Shanghai. So yes, those were all different events that happened in Shanghai. So that's why third option is correct. Fourth, the communist movement in China. So the passage is not doesn't describe the communist movement as such. It just says that there was the communist takeover of Shanghai in 1949. So, but that doesn't describe the movement in overall China, in the whole of China. So that's why the fourth option is not correct. So the correct options are first and third. All right, now please spend some time going through the passage again, making sure that you correctly understand why we have picked on those choices. And if you have made any mistake, try to make an effort to understand, why you did that. Did you get confused? Were you not able to understand certain words or certain parts of the passage? So that's very important as well. So with that, we come to the end of this lecture. Don't forget to sign up for a free course on surveyenglish.com. All the best.